Hello everyone, I'm Ihara. Today, we're going to What Happened to Those Disappeared Legendary Accounts, Part 2. I didn't expect so many players to be interested in this video after it was released, because there were so many legendary accounts before. No one's playing anymore. Or maybe everyone's just really curious about their accounts now? Of course, I also told you about this in the previous video. That video wasn't the final result. That means there are still many players on the list. Of course, I'd also like to thank some players for providing some big whale accounts. Who else wasn't mentioned? So I searched their names and accounts. Are these accounts still available? The first player we're looking for is Wine Lover. But I entered his ID. Still can't find this player's account. It seems his account has been deleted. Or maybe this account hasn't been opened for a long time. So there's no way to search for his account. So what did this Wine Lover do before? It seems like he stopped playing Rise of Kingdoms 3 or 2 years ago. I haven't played Rise of Kingdoms since then, but his combat power and kill points were both the top levels back then. As for combat power, I remember it was around 300 million to 400 million. And his kill points were around 30 billion. I think he was a Korean player, if I remember correctly, but he was a really high-level player. Then he suddenly announced that he was leaving Rise of Kingdoms. You can still see some news about him in the Rise of Kingdoms forums from 2022. You can see, at that time, his power was 300 million, and his kill points were 31.6 billion. So he was a really strong player. But I didn't expect him to quit the game in the end, but I can't find his account. His ID is correct. Maybe it's been a while since it opened, so I can't see this player's messages. So if anyone knows where his account is, please let me know in the comments. Because I've already posted his ID number, I can't find it. So I'm really hoping I can find his account. The next player we're searching for is Evil Goon. Many players may not know who this person is, but if you've seen this photo, you'll probably know who Evil Goon is. Yes, that's the former JWM player. We call him Second Brother. The Second Brother had stopped playing a long time ago, because he actually handed over his account to Joe at that time. And I know Joe personally. She told me some things. So, the Second Brother actually didn't care much about playing games. He basically just spent money on this game, but he himself spent relatively little time playing. And at the time, he had 2 accounts. One account was used by Joe, and the other account was used by him. Although he said he used it himself, but Joe was helping him manage the account. So his account now, it's been sold to someone who seems to be from Turkey. You see, that flag is probably the Turkish flag. And then when I went inside, I saw that his equipment was actually pretty good. Because I remember when he sold this account. It seemed like it was about a year or 2 ago. He must be a Turkish player. His font also looks very Turkish. Then his current account isn't that good. Because his family only has 130 million. His power was 540 million. A lot. And his kill points, it hasn't leveled up much. He only has 20.3 billion kill points. So the kingdom he's in now is 2061. I don't think 2061 is a Vanguard kingdom. It looks like 2061 is some ordinary kingdom. Not a particularly strong kingdom. So his account isn't as strong as it used to be. It's a little different from what we imagined. And the pictures this player shared, you can see the equipment. All of them are at the iconic 1 stage. And the lost equipment doesn't seem to be that high. So it seems like this account hasn't seen much growth since it was sold. And here you can see, these aren't all his accounts, right? This should be a teammate or something, but his account seems to be the king's. And all the screenshots he shared were from the league. Not his own screenshots. So, I'm not sure how well the player who took over will perform. But it's a shame about this account. It didn't develop very well. Now, let's look at the next player. I think everyone is familiar with this player. He's Solimar. Is this the original 400 million combat power mentioned earlier? Then it was wiped out. It seems like it took 6 hours to wipe out his account. You can take a look at this player. But I don't know what happened to his account. His kill points were all reset to 0, because during that period, if he was attacked, his kill points would be quite high before the kill points appeared. He might have stopped playing. But he seems to be still logging into his account. He only has 110 million combat power left. You can see his calculations. Kill points before October 2019 are not counted. He had 100 million kill points before October 2019. And the kill points here are actually there. But they weren't counted. So I don't know what happened. He probably hasn't fought in ages. So it's completely excluded from the calculation. I don't know. I think his account is deprecated. Because at that time, he was completely wiped out. It's a bit scary. I don't know if you've seen this video, but I didn't do what was shown in that video at the time. You can check out Chiskill's video. Okay, so when you look for Chiskill's channel, you'll find this video with a maximum of 1.33 million views. How many people have seen this video? And then it happened 5 years ago. It seems like the second generation of the commander-in-chief has emerged, right? It seemed like Edward was there. So, back then, Edward was used to clear out his city. And he didn't place garrisons. He used Caesar to do so. So this player is considered a legend in Rise of Kingdoms, right? Everyone knows this player. His current account is 1039. But this account has clearly become useless. It's become useless. And it seems he didn't participate in the Egyptian war at all. And it seems he didn't participate either. KVK, etc. He's not participating in anything. But his 1.1 power level, it will actually affect matchmaking. Perhaps his players didn't help him or something. And here we can see that he has over 30 million casualties. If all of the 30 million are T5, that's reasonable. Because he now has 100 million left. If you multiply the 30 million by 10, that means he lost 300 million combat power. Next player to be introduced. I didn't expect his account was still there. Actually, he's a pretty high-level player. But it seems like he's already quit the game. Why do I say this? Because I just watched OmniArc's video. Can you see this video is from 3 years ago? But his kill points and power seem to have remained unchanged. Here we see his power is 800 million. And his kill points are 1.5 billion. But looking back at this point, it hasn't changed at all. So I think this player actually no longer plays. He's already quit the game. But many players seem to have forgotten about him. And now, it seems his name isn't even on the official power rankings. Let me show you here. These are the top 10 players with the highest power. You can see that the official creation date is July. It seems this player hasn't been online for a long time. He's not playing anymore. So it seems the official removed his name. So now we see the official leaderboards. There are only these players. So his power is around 800 million. Let's talk about Boom3. But there's no place for him. So how many people still remember this player? I don't think the players in their kingdom should clear him out. Mainly because he might not be online anymore. And his combat power is too high. If all players really had to go out and defeat him, you'd just waste a lot of manpower. That's all for today's video. Actually, I still have a lot of players I haven't introduced yet. But if I were to introduce them all one by one, it would take a very long time. But looking at it today, it seems the players I introduced today didn't do very well. They sold the account. Or maybe it's been a while since it looked like in my last video. Because at least we saw in the last video, although Bunny's account had its troops deleted before. But he later found a good player on 1875's side. And Bunny's account is still pretty good. Mingzong's account is pretty good too. Although his kill points are increasing a little slowly. And Governor's account is a no-brainer. He's safe in Arvix's hands. There's no problem. And then there's the talk of the Paris captain and all that stuff. These players are pretty good. But the players I've introduced today, are they really that bad? Either his account is completely dormant, or after he sold it, the account didn't seem to get any significant improvements. For example, the Evaloon account. Actually, if the Evaloon account is properly nurtured, it can be considered a pretty good account. That's about it. As for any other players you would like me to introduce, if you search for this player's account status, you can let me know in the comments. But I'd like to remind you again, I haven't finished introducing these players yet. There are still many accounts that were once very powerful. There are some legendary players I haven't introduced yet. It's not that I haven't mentioned them, it's just that I haven't mentioned them yet. So, what are your thoughts after watching today's video? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.